The next thing I'm going to do is put in an image that corresponds to this piece of text. So in my image tag here, I need the code, the HTML code for putting in an image. So I'm going to go back up here, and this image tag I can use to put in a picture. So I'm going to do Control C to copy, and then come down here and Control V to paste it in. And I'm just going to save that and show you what the page looks like with that. So go back onto my page, refresh the page, and you can see that I've got the same picture coming up. So what I'll need to do is to go onto Google Images and get myself a transparent picture of RAM, and you can see that I've saved it here. And if you remember, let's just show you all the files. It has to be in the same folder as the HTML document and the CSS in order for it to find it. So save it as a PNG, and it's called RAM RAM. So I'll just save that, and in my text editor I'm going to, that was my first content, and if I come down to my second set of content here, I'm going to change that name to RAM, like that. And these little bits of text here are just the words that would come up if it didn't find the image successfully. So I'm just going to change that so that it just reflects what the image shows. So I'll save that, save it up there, and I'll go back onto my web page, refresh the page, and you can see I've got the RAM chips corresponding to this. Now the last thing I'm going to put in is a little video, so I'll go back onto my text editor. I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see the shape of the page. So this set of content was about the processor, and then I cleared both sides of it, and I've got my second set of content about main memory or random access memory. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, and I'm going to drop that in underneath there. So I've got my third set of content. And if you notice, I've got a little break in between, so I'm going to put that in. So I'm now looking at the third set of content. Let's just zoom in so I can see a little bit better. And I'm just going to change, so I'll put memory and processor. I'm going to get a little video that illustrates how they work together. So just take that out. I could write a little bit of information. Say this is a video illustrating the interaction between RAM and the processor. Oops. So what I need to do is I'm not going to have an image in that section. I'm going to go and get, so I'll just save this for the minute. I'm going to go on to my browser, and I'm going to go into YouTube, and I searched for a little video about how computer memory works, and I found this TED Talks video. So it just explains a little bit about memory and so on and so forth. So what I'm looking for is this Share tab, and I want to click on Embed, and this HTML code here, I can right click and copy it, and if I go back into my text editor, I'm just going to drop that in there, so Control V, or you could paste it in, and I have the embed code for running that video. So let's just save that, go back into my page, and if I refresh it, you can see I've got, that's my first piece of content. That's my second piece, and here's the bit with the video in it. Now this is too big for the minute to go into my image section, so I could either create another element called video or something and just change the size of it, or perhaps the simplest thing to do is to go into there and just take out this width and height. These are pixels and it's sort of specifying exactly the size of the video. So if I take that out and save that, refresh the page, and then it fits quite nicely into there. I think I'm going to bring that over onto this side, so I will just flip these around. So I'm going to do Control X to cut it and Control V to paste it in. Save that, and I should see the video on the left hand side again, and it should run off there, and I can go to full screen if I want.